Hello everyone. In this video it's going to be a little different. I've got a new design for you. As you can see here, this is a baseball game, and with this design I wanted to set out and create a very arcadey style baseball game. If you think if you're familiar with like the Ken Griffey Jr. baseball back on the Super Nintendo, that's the kind of vibe I'm going for here. Very quick to play. There's a really fun batting and pitching mechanic over here. And fielding is also super easy to do. So let's dive in and I'll show you what I got. So currently I have two teams. And the teams are represented by these tokens here. And they all have a photo of your player, and then they have a stat bar, two stat bars right below that. One that shows how many baseballs they can place on the when they're at bat, and then there's symbols here like these bubblegum things and pine tar and stuff like that. Those all have certain effects when they're batting. When the player is in the field, you just flip it over, and it has stats for their fielding. You'll see he has his glove on and all that. This one doesn't have any of the... Let's see if I can find one for you. Here we go. So it'll have two lines of stats here. It'll have stats on the top and then also symbols as well below. So it is kind of dice driven, but there is a little bit of strategy over here when you're batting. Up here, we do have a little token just that keeps track of the top or bottom of whatever inning you're in. So you can just move that across. We have some score for home and away. You can just move a cube here. That's 1. Once you get to 9, you go ahead and move that up to 1. And now you've got 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and so on. So there we got that. There is weather. Currently right now I only have the kind of sunny day weather, and you put whatever weather for that day right here on this WBBB weather. So we have a nice sunny day here. I'm still working on some of the rain and wind effects. So I don't have those down right now, but at least we have a nice, clear, sunny day to play our game here. Like I said, there's 9 players for each team. 9 players for each team. We have these little tokens here that kind of represent your little base runners. So if you do get a base hit, you can move them onto here. If you get another one, you can move them onto second, obviously. Third, and home, so you can use those. We have these baseballs here that as you're at bat, you might get some strikes, you might get some balls, and you can place them down here like this. If you get an out, you can go ahead and place the 1 out. If you get a second out, you can place the 2 outs, and if you get the third out, just go ahead and remove that. So we've got all those little baseballs there. And I think that's pretty much it. There's a little target pitch thing here, and 4 baseballs over here. 4 is the max for the stats. So I think we should just jump in and I'll show you how the game works. All right, well, let's do it. Okay, so what you're going to do is we'll have this, the home team, so they're going to take the field first. So I guess I should say I do have, I'm working on the 2-player part of the game, which is coming along very well, where you can pick your pitches and stuff. But I do have, for the sake of this video, I'm going to show you kind of how you can solo this real easy, how the solo mode works. So what we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and field. We're going to take the field, And you can really sit here and pick where you want to put who and where you want to put your players. But again, for the sake of this video, I'm just going to go ahead and randomly do it. So the field is split up into zones. There are technically 20 zones that represent a D20. A 1, 2, and a 3 are all foul balls. A 20 is a home run. And anything in between is represented by a space here, and it's numbered. So what you're going to do is place out on the fielding side, you know, there's a fielding side and a batting side, you're actually going to place out 8 fielders, and then there's going to be 1 left over that's just going to kind of sit to the side. But you're going to have 8 fielders, and this is how I typically set up mine. You know, the more I play, the more strategy I'll probably come up with, but I like this because you can move fielders around, like into the outfield and all that stuff. But you can, I mean, feel free to pull them in closer, you know, if you want, however you see fit. So that's that. We're going to go ahead and grab from our stack here our first batter. We're going to place him right here. And you'll see that this top line has a 1, 2, 3, 4. That means that when they're at bat, they can place down 4 baseballs. Okay, so we'll grab 4 baseballs, and you can place them anywhere you like, but they have to be adjacent to another baseball. So I have to go like, and it can't be diagonal. So I can go ahead and kind of crowd the center of the strike zone. I can do something like that. Because when the pitch is thrown, my goal, let's say the pitch was thrown and it was thrown into 1, 2 right here. My goal is to move a baseball onto this token here, and that means that I made contact. Then I'll roll for the hit. And the way we do that is this character here has these 4 little bubblegum bubbles. That means I can move a baseball 3 times. And you can only move, like, you can move a baseball from the back end to the front or vice versa. And like that would be 1. I can move this here like this. 2. I can move this here like this. 3. And that's how you do that. Kind of like a snake. If you ever played that game, Snake. So I'm going to go ahead and pitch, and I'll show you how that works. I'm going to go ahead and set up this just like that there. And when you pitch, this is the solo mode, you're going to roll the D10 and the D4, and it will give you a number on the D8 that corresponds to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So here's an 8, so we're in 8. And then we rolled a 4, so 8, 4. We place our little target right here, and that's what we're trying to get to. If we can't get to there, it's a strike. If we can, we roll for contact. So let's go ahead and see. I have 3 moves, so I can move, let's see, I'll move 1, 2, 3. Ooh, couldn't get there. So that is 1 strike. Now, we'll roll again, but you don't move your balls. Like, you can't reposition those. So we're at 5-1. Okay, that's good. That's where we want it. Okay, so I'm going to go 1, 2. Okay, and I made it there, so now I roll for contact. I'm just going to roll a D20. It's that easy, guys. 13. Okay, so I hit the ball into 13. So I grab one of these balls, and it goes and lands. Okay, and it landed in an empty section. That is an automatic base hit. If I land in a section without, excuse me, a fielder, that's an automatic base hit. If it had landed in a section with a fielder, I'd have to roll to see if he made the out or not. But it is there, so that's a base hit. I'll remove that. So I have my runner here. We have to stop the play, though. This play continues. So it landed here. Now the fielders get a chance to move. So I can move any fielder one space in an adjacent space. So I can move really this one here or this one here. I'll go ahead and move this guy up here. And now I'm going to roll to see if I can stop the play, at least. Because if I don't stop the play here, this runner will move to second and it will continue until they score. So here we go. On the fielder side, the top line stat means that they can, in this one in particular, they can move their roll up to two numbers. So if they rolled a 4, they could move that up to a 6 and see if they get the out. And then these gloves, those are re-rolls. Okay, so I can, not only can I move my die roll up 2, but I can also re-roll it if I'd like to do that. So I'm going to roll the white for this team and the green for the base runner. Okay? And we got a 10 versus 7, so we did it. We stopped the play. So that was only a base hit. Easy, right? At the end of the play, I can move any one fielder one space. So I could either move, them up, or I could move them back even, if that's what I want to do. Okay? So there we have it. You just simply move to the next batter. So this guy's got a 4 with one little bubblegum bubble. So a little harder to hit. We'll see what happens here. So we got a 6-4. 6-4, there he is. I have one bubble, so I can move it. Boom. We made contact. Let's see where it goes. 20. We got a home run. All right. Boom. So this guy scores, and we get another score. So this is 2-0. Ouch. All right. We move our next batter up. A 20 is a home run. Okay, so this guy only has 3. So we'll see how it goes. But you can see here, there's a little, so they've got 3 bubbles and a pack of gum. And the pack of gum means that however you originally set these up, the baseballs up, you can't do kind of like the snake maneuver. You have to move all of them. So if I want to move if I want to move 3 bubbles, I have to move all of them. 1, 2, 3, something like that. Okay? It essentially locks them in place. All right, so let's see. Let's get our pitch. Okay, we got a 10. A 10 is a ball. Easy. If you ever roll a 10 on the D10, that's a ball. Okay, so our target is 2-1. We might be able to do this. Yeah, we can do this. 1, 2. All right, we made contact. Let's roll for the contact. 16. Boom! Another base hit. Okay, who are we going to move over? Let's get him over, and let's roll for this. Remember, white. We want white to be higher to stop the play. They got it. 10-3. Okay, so the play is stopped. Man, this is not looking good here. Next batter. Okay, they have a new symbol here. All right, so not only do they have one bubble, they have the pack of gums, so their 3 baseballs will stay in the same position. But they have the sunglasses, which means that you can make contact if one of your baseballs is diagonal to the target, something like this. Okay, so let's go ahead and get them in position. I think we're going to go straight line here. And let's go ahead and see where the pitch goes. We've got a 3-3. 3-3. Oh yeah, we got this. Boom. 4. Man, we are just 4. Okay, so that's another base hit, so we'll move them up and them there. we'll move this guy down. Let's see if we can stop the play. Oh boy. 10-3. Let's do a re-roll. 4. We have 2, so that's 6. 10-6. No, we can't stop the play, so they move an extra base. At this point, I can move another fielder in to help out, but I have to choose which one I'm going to, complete it with. But I'm going to keep this guy here and see if we can stop him. 5-4. Okay, we got him. Oh man, they got a double off a little bunt or something like that. I'm going to move them back. Oh boy, guys, this is brutal, brutal, brutal. Okay, this is a big hitter here. Now, this is a new one, I think. They have 1 bubble, 1 baseball, but 3 pine tars. And what the pine tars do is add 3 for each one to your roll. So 3, 6, 9. They're already starting with a 9. And remember, you need 20 to get a home run. So this is a big hitter, but not very savvy at the plate. So we'll see. We really need to strike this guy out. All right, we got a 2-2. They can move 1. All right, not there. So that is a strike. Come on. We should be able to get this guy out of here. All right, 9-4. Oh, yeah. They're going to move 1. You always move because, it affects the next pitch. So that's 2 strikes. Come on. 1-4. Moving 1. Ooh, okay. Strike 3. We've got our first out, guys. Whew. Just in time, too. Look at this. There's a runner on second and third. All right. So this guy has 4 baseballs, but they actually can't move. But they do have a sunglasses, so they make contact if any of their baseballs are diagonal to the target. So let's see, 6-3, boom. We've got 1 diagonal. That is contact. Let's see where it goes. 2. 2 is a foul ball, so that is a strike for now. All right, let's see. We've got 1-1. Can't move. Nope, that's another strike. 3-1. Can't move. That is a strike. Another strikeout. Awesome. We're at 2 outs, guys. This is great. Good timing on this one. Okay, our next batter's got, they get 2 baseballs. They've got the bubblegum, pack of bubblegum, so they stays in that position. And the pine tar is going to add 3 to their contact roll. Let's see where the pitch goes. 1-1. I can move 1, 2. Ooh, that's a strike. All right, next pitch. 5-1. Oh no, 1. Boom, we made contact. Let's see where it goes. Remember, this is pine tar, so +3. 20, 23, that's a home run. Oh man, with 2 runners, that's 3 runs we just scored. 1, 2, 3. 5-0. And we're only in the first, top of the first, guys. Ouch. Yeah, okay, here we go. We've got another batter here. They've got two baseballs, 3 bubblegums, and a pine tar. Let's see what we got. That is a ball. 9-2. And we can move 3. That's 1, 2, 3. That's a strike. 6-3. Boom! That's a hit. +3 with the pine tar. 13. Another base hit, guys. Come on. Move him down. All right, and we stop the play. Good. This is brutal. All right, this guy's got 3 baseballs. And a pine tar as well, so let's see. Come on. 3-2. We can move 1, 2. That's a strike. 5-1. We can move 1, 2. All right, contact. +3. Another home run! Oh my gosh. That's 2 more runs. I have never seen this, guys. Never seen this. Of course it's on film here. Gosh, this is like a home run derby. All right. If you go through your lineup, I like to give them a shuffle. Again, I think that's kind of fun. But you can set your own lineup if you like. That's fine. Man. All right, these guys have 3. Oh, maybe we need a new pitcher. 6-1. 6-1. They make contact. That's a 15. Another base hit. He's going to move over. Come on, guys. All right, stop the play. Thank goodness. Oh boy, this is a big hitter here. We need an out. 8-2. All right, we can move 1, 2, 3. Are you kidding me, guys? Another home run. I've never rolled this many 20s before. That's 2-run home run. All right, we're gonna get a new pitcher. We'll sub in this guy. This has no real effect to it, but as of right now, though, I'm kind of toying around with, this. If you have someone here, it kind of affects the pitches. So there we have it. This is absolute blowout, guys. The last game, I scored 10. It was 10-8 total after 9 innings. This one is an absolute blowout. It's the top of the first. That's how bad this is right now. All right, here we go. Ball. We got a new pitcher in. Hopefully they can do a little better. 5-1. That's a hit. Oh my gosh. All right, that's a 6. Another base hit. Let me bring this guy down. See if we can stop this. 7-8, but I have up to 3, so that's actually a 10-8. So we do make the stop. My goodness. Next, we have a 2. They have Puntar, and they have to stay in that position. Come on. 5-4, no. Boom. That's a hit. It's an absolute massacre. 8. Hello. Okay, we finally landed in a spot with a fielder. Now we roll to see if he makes the out. 8-6. He makes the out, and there we have it. 3 outs. Finally, after that brutal half an inning. Now you just flip this over, and now it says bottom of the first. We'll grab all of our fielders, stack them up, and all you do is just give them a little flip over and stack them here. And I'm going to go ahead and see what this team can do in the field here. Okay. All right. Well, we have a lot of work to do. This guy has 3 baseballs. They stay in the configuration, and any baseball that is diagonal to the target is a hit. So that's good. Let's see what we got. 3-2 right there. Okay, we can move 1, and that's a strike. 8-1. We can move 1. That's a strike. Oh, this is just absolutely great, isn't it? A ball. 9-2. I'll move 1. Strike 3. They already have 1 out. This is crazy. All right, 3. They can move 1, but they have 2 pine tars. So if he makes contact, we got a pretty good chance here. 7-4. I'll move 1. That's a strike. 5-4. I will move. Oh, darn. 1. That's another strike. Oh boy. 5-2. Excuse me. All right, we made contact. 2 pine tars, so we already have 6. 6 plus 6 is 12. So, boom. We've got a base hit. We're going to bring this guy down, see if they can stop the play. Remember, we want green to be higher. 4 plus the 4 is 8. 8-7, that stops the play. Okay, thank goodness. All right, this guy has 4 baseballs. And it can move it up to 3. So here we go. Pitch. 6-3. I can move 1. We made contact. Let's fire it off. 6. 6 goes here. Okay, we got a base hit. Nice. I'll bring this guy over, and we'll see if we can stop the play. 9-3, we do stop the play. I'll move them back. Okay. This guy has 2, but has a pine tar. Oops. God, I can't believe it's 9-0. All right. 2-4. There we are. I can move. That's a hit. +3 for the pine tar. 5. Oh, right up the center there. Let's see if he gets the out. 6-5. They do get the out. All right, we got 2 outs. Oh, man. All right, this guy has 2. And the sunglasses, so anything diagonal will get it. Let's see what happens. Don't feel good about this, guys. We don't have a single run. We have lots of guys, man on first and second. 1-4. We're diagonal. That's a hit. Let's see where we got it. 17. Big hit. Boom. So we got a base hit. Let's get a guy over. There we are. We're going to roll. 3 plus 4. Okay, so that's definitely stop a play. Bases loaded, guys. Bases loaded. I'm going to keep him there. Bases loaded for a decent hitter here. They've got 3 bubbles, and a pine tar, so that's +3. Here we go. Okay, good eye, ball. We got a 9-1. All right, I'm gonna move 1, 2, 3. We made contact. That's +3 with the pine tar. Let's see where we go. 19. Oh man. Boom. Almost a grand slam, guys. Let's see if he gets the out. We need him to miss this. 5-1. Oh, nope. Oh, no. He got it. Oh, almost out of the park. Grand slam. But he made the out. That was the final out, too. all these runners done, and we go top of the second. 9-0, guys. Oh, that grand slam would have really got us in there. There you have it. Okay, yeah, we're at 30 minutes. I hope you enjoyed that. Again, I have some, just a little peek at how the 2-player version will go. We're going to have, one player is going to be the pitcher, and they're going to have a couple of these. And on the back side, we'll have a pitch style, or a type of pitch, like a curveball, or, you know, screwball, or slider, or fastball, something like that. And what they're going to do is place one down wherever they want, and then you know, the batter can, you know, make their adjustments, but they have to keep in mind this could change the target depending on the pitch. So if I go straight for this and I go here, maybe I made contact, but I flip it over and it was, I don't know, a slider that moved it down and over, and then the new target would have been right there. That's a miss. So what you can do is kind of, if it's right here, you can kind of, move your baseballs to kind of compensate, and maybe, you know, we reveal the pitch and it's a slider again, and it moves over and ends up in the balls. That's contact. So that's how we're going to do that. Or it could have been a fastball and went straight, and boom, you know, that's a strike. Likewise, if you were like here and threw a slider and it moved over and off the grid, then that's a ball. So, you know, those are just some of the things that I'm kind of working on here, but I do have the basics down. There might be some more fielder icons in the future, for future teams or whatnot, but yeah, there it is. Oh, and then the weather too. This can change during the course of the game, I'm thinking. Maybe like the 7th inning stretch, it changes weather, like a random weather, so it could be, you know, start to get windy maybe. And that'll affect which icons you can use, you know, that kind of thing. So there it is. Let me know what you think. I'm having an absolute blast with this. You know, there could be other modes, home run derby mode, whatever, all-star game where you can just, like, you know, can mix and match your batters from different teams. Just all kinds of stuff, but I really like where it's at right now. And just the size and these chips and all that is just, it feels really, really good. All right. Thanks, guys, for watching. Catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.